All right, man.
Oh,
Well, while Jonathan
there we go.
plays with the glitz and glams and how he looks, y'all let us know in the comments if. Anyway, it has been a long time. We are back with season 2 of Tricksters podcast, man. Definitely needed the holiday break. Had a lot of transitions, as y'all know, going on. We're back. We're strong. We're good. We're great. The Marcus just blurred his background. I don't know what's going to go on over there. Might be some men walking around. But with that said, new season, same guys, man. And we're coming right before the big games in the playoffs start. So, fellas, anything y'all want to get off your chest before we get into it?
Fuck Josh Allen. Fuck him. He's sitting at the house just like me, except for I'm sitting in the house and I'm not a bitch. Bro, Josh Allen. Bro, I fucked with Josh Allen so heavy after the Chiefs game last year. Bro, he is a dog. He has game. He put the team on his back. This year, he has been a fucking pussy. From start to finish.
So, hold on. Part of that, just so everybody understands, John is a Miami Dolphin fan. And he's really just a Tua fan. It has nothing to do with the Dolphins. And they have to face, obviously, the Bills in the same division twice a year. And then they lost to them in the playoffs without Tua, in the wild card round. But with that said, that kind of steers some things a little bit away from Josh Allen. But I do agree with John. Like, I'm a fan of Josh Allen, but he was mediocre at best this year. He just did not look as good as he did last year.
Bro, people gassed him up. Like, they saw the last time he was on the field last season versus the Chiefs, he was that guy.
I was one of them. And it wasn't that game, though. It was the year. He was balling all year long, bro.
But everybody boosted his head up. And then this year, he's like, oh, I'm Josh Allen. I can throw whatever I want. You fucking can't.
So, hold on. Do you blame the fans for boosting his head up, or do you blame Josh Allen? Because the same thing happened with Mahomes. The same thing happened with Joe Burrow, where they came in young, producing early, and everybody got on the bandwagon. It's just those guys kept performing. So don't act like the fans gassing him up is the reason he felt this. So it's just people that respond differently to that.
I'm not gassing. I'm saying he got gassed up, and he's not the guy he's not who we thought he was.
Yeah.
Because he's like, oh, I'm Josh Allen. I can make this fucking throw pick because you're a bitch.
So since you think that.
No, the main reason, my main beef for Josh Allen is not how he plays. Like, not him sucking. That's fine. You can suck, and you just suck. I'm not mad at you for sucking. He's a
bro.
What do you mean by that, man?
Bro, he's a bitch because he's 6'5", 2, whatever the fuck he is. It takes more than one person to get him on the ground, right?
Yeah.
So he gets gang tackled, and every time he gets gang tackled, he's always trying to start some shit, like something dirty happened to him. Like, bro, it takes 5 guys to get you on the ground, and you want to. And then another thing too, he starts it and dips out, right?
Yeah,
because he knows his offensive line has got his back.
Mm-hmm.
But no skill position, no position other than the quarterback can do that.
Yeah,
because the receiver gets up and like talks his shit. He's on his own. Ain't nobody coming to help him. Everybody's going to come rally behind their guy. But I'm just saying, Josh Allen, he talks all hard. Bro, let the defensive lineman put some paws on him for real.
I have never seen a team put well together to complement a quarterback and for him to completely fail the system. Josh Allen has no excuse. Like, Dak's going to get a lot, which he has been getting a lot of flack, and that's his fault. He's very inconsistent. Kyler Murray, all these other guys, these younger guys. A lot of these younger guys, man, when they don't perform and they lose big games and stuff, they get caught up. But for some reason, I wake up and ESPN, undisputed, everybody's protecting Josh Allen as if he earned it. And it's like, dude, you had a great, division championship game. Because that's as far. No, he made it to. How far did he make it?
He lost to the divisional last year.
Divisional, yeah, I thought so. And you had a great divisional championship game, but you still lost. And so, I don't know, people crown him because of the talent and the stature and all that stuff. And he's a great quarterback. Don't get me wrong, he's a really, really good quarterback. But in my opinion, I'm like this in the NBA. I'm like this in boxing. I like winners. Everybody gets obsessed. We got a friend named Bobby, man. We got to get him on the show. He loves statistics and how efficient everything can be. It's yeah, but who's winning the games? That's really all that matters. And John, we've gotten into arguments on the pod about Giannis Antetokounmpo. He might play a certain way. He might, get on your nerves or whatever, but the guy wins games. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that's who I like. So people like Mahomes, even though I don't like him, he has my respect. But you look at Jalen Hurts, you look at Joe Burrow, they don't always play the sexiest type of football, which Jalen has done lately. But I'm prepared to watch Jalen and Joe Burrow play some scrappy games this weekend. They don't care about how good they look. They don't care about – you can tell they don't care about the stats. They just want to win the game, and they stay in the game,
I will say this about Josh Allen. I feel like they need to get him a solid running game, or at least use James.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't put everything on Josh. He got to run the ball and throw it.
You can, though.
Bro, they set the offense up for him.
They gave him Zach Moss, Devin Singletary, and they drafted James Cook.
Did they use him?
Gabriel Davis. Yes, they did use James Cook. They have Gabriel Davis, which is a huge target. Stephon Diggs. Is it Devin Knox, John? What's his first name?
Dawson Knox.
Dawson Knox. And I forget the other receiver that he has as an option.
Isaiah McKenzie.
Yeah, the short guy, McKenzie, who can ball anywhere he goes. He's kind of like a poor man's Devo, where he can kind of be a running back, receiver, slot guy. He can be all over the place. So
he's got better weapons.
Line could be better for Josh Allen, but look at Joe Burrow, dude. He's on his fourth string offensive tackle, winning games. Well, that's the point. That's the point. It's I'm not on the BITCH train. I don't think he's soft and all that. I don't like him as much as I used to. I'm just saying talent and winning games to me, yes, Joe Burrow is very talented, but I think he's a better winner than he is a skill player. Does that make sense? I think Mahomes gets it out the mud. I don't want to say that when he's got Andy Reid, because Andy Reid made McNabb look good, you feel me? But at the same time, whether you like him or not, you got to respect Mahomes. Even without Tyreek Hill, look at where he is, bro. Look at where he is, man, with Juju, which nobody wanted. Juju, he's got this new running back, Jerick McKinnon as well, who everybody gave up on after the Vikings.
Jerick McKinnon, balling.
But that's because of how he's making him look in that offense. What happened when Jerick McKinnon, when Mahomes got hurt? What happened for Jerick McKinnon? Absolutely nothing. Mm-hmm. Mahomes makes him look good. And so it's all right, for years I thought that, all right, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, all this stuff, which Travis is just probably the best tight end of all time. But I will say that Mahomes has a big role in making them look good. He did the same thing at Texas Tech. And I can no longer blame him for benefiting from Andy Reid. That offense is tight, but it doesn't work without Mahomes, man.
No, I know. But you talking about everybody but one person.
Hey, Chad Henne, he engineered a touchdown drive in that playoff game. So
he did. But Andy Reid is a great coach.
I'm not saying it is Andy Reid. I'm just saying that Henne did have a touchdown drive. Now,
it happens, man.
Jags they did drop a pick on that touchdown drive. But
Yeah.
it was a bad dead ball at the line of scrimmage, and one of the linebackers dropped it. But
One thing that the Jags really suck, and I mean that. I don't even know how they made it this far. Shout out to turnover machine Trevor Lawrence, who gets way too much praise. Me and John got into it about him. He's like, yeah, Trevor's a dog. I'm like, well, he digs his own holes and tries to dig himself out. Reminds me of Dak Prescott. Anyway, with that said, no arm talent in my opinion, not the smartest guy. It just comes off as that because he's tall and white with a long nose. He's really not that good. I'm telling you, like, stats are good this season, but just watching him play, I'm like, why is he throwing the ball like that? Even you mentioned the game before last, John. Like, he puts way too much power on the ball. I think a lot of that's nervousness. He didn't throw like that in college. So, anyway, Brock Purdy, we're going to get to where you want to go to, Marcus, and I'm going to let you have the floor.
I'm just chilling.
Brock Purdy, I'm thinking of him because you brought up Chad Henne, right? In an Andy Reid system. But in a Shanahan system, Brock Purdy is looking amazing. Much better than Jimmy Garoppolo. But Jimmy looked amazing when he first got there. And so we got to give praise where it's due. These coaches are who they are. But I do think that there's a thing when it comes to certain players and the system around them that can access that system the best, better than any other quarterback. And then you have the quarterbacks that sit around and learn in a system, and then things kind of mold their way because you see the talent is there. And that brings us to Jalen Hurts, guys like Lamar Jackson, which is like you see something, it's like, hey, we need to figure out how to help this guy. Yeah. Jalen is my guy. Go ahead, DeMarcus.
No, I just was going to say fly, Eagles fly, man. He should be the MVP. If they don't give it to him, I don't know what an MVP is. I mean,
Mahomes has like 5,500 yards, 5,200 yards.
You can have that, but I think just the fact that nobody besides me, and I think you too, Jimmy, saw this season coming from us.
Oh, I saw it. Yeah.
I said besides me.
Oh, yeah.
And the way he's handled everything and how professional he's been and just how efficient he's been, I don't know. I say that's an MVP. Now, next week, this weekend coming up, it's going to be a dogfight.
Yeah, it is. How do you see that game going, like, scoring-wise? Because for all my bettors out there, I'm probably going to bet the under on, like, both quarterbacks passing yards. Because that Dallas game was rough.
We talk about these coaches and their systems making the quarterbacks look good. Bro, DeMeco Ryans is that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Bro.
Yeah.
Alabama's looking for a D coordinator, and I know DeMeco Ryans is going to get an NFL head coaching job. Bro.
Pray to God y'all don't get him.
Bro, I wouldn't wear clothes the rest of the year. I'm just putting it out there.
That's a whole other subject. I'm not going to go there. I just hate seeing a successful system of coaches separate. I hate seeing that. But go ahead.
I ain't got nothing. I was just going to give DeMeco Ryans his flowers because
he that guy.
That man calls fucking plays.
And that's the thing. Like, Fred Warner was already who he was. Joey Bosa, okay, you can name a couple guys, but he's making some guys on that defense. I never even knew their name until this year.
What's that?
Making them look like
Ward.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy Ward.
Yeah,
Jimmy Ward's a dog. Talanoa Hufunga's a dog.
And that safety, what's his name?
Talanoa Hufunga.
Yeah, okay, that's him. Okay, yeah. I mean, these guys are just balling out. Greenlaw even looks good, which he's been around the league for a while. But either he learned something from Fred or there are just certain defensive coordinators. We've seen them in college and in the pros that they use their personnel and put them in positions to play the best football that they play instead of, this is my system. This is what you're going to do. It's like, no, you're good at this. Let's put you in a position to win.
I want to
the
know.
Eagles have done that with James and Slay, by the way. But go ahead.
Hassan Reddick.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Might have said something there, my brother.
Bruh, Hassan Reddick.
Bro, he's played his ass off.
I think he wasn't even the first team.
The Cardinals had him for years.
I think the Panthers had him for a minute too.
The Lions.
No, it was like 1 year. It was 1 year with the Panthers.
Didn't the Lions have him too?
No,
I think it was the Cards and the Panthers, but I know for a fact he played for them two teams. I'm not sure who else.
He was with the Cards for like 3 or 4 years. Panthers for 1 year. I don't think it was more than 1 year with the Panthers, bro.
I just remember him in a Panthers jersey.
Mm-hmm. With Brian Burns, they tried to work that out, and that's what got him the Eagles job. But that's my point. You have certain defensive coordinators that see a player like Hassan Reddick, like, yeah, bring him over here. We know exactly how to, utilize that guy, man.
Mm-hmm.
Him, Hargrave,
BG.
BG.
Obviously BG. I'm trying to name the other young guy. Josh Sweat. That's who it is. I mean, John, you've known me pretty much my entire life. What is my favorite thing about football?
Pass rush.
The pass rush. I played on the defensive line my whole life.
I thought you was gonna say the jock strap. That's what you told me.
Listen, bro. You're talking.
What's my favorite part about football? The shower after the game.
Seeing men collide, get on piles. But man, like, you got to understand. A pass, you can even play video games and realize this. A pass rush will ruin your entire game.
Yes.
You can have the best receivers, best running back, you can whatever. You can even have a good defense. But if the best, like the year y'all beat the Patriots, the best pass rush, in my opinion, is always going to win the game. That's the reason the Giants were winning with Strahan. It's just, I mean, the Rams won because of their pass rush against the Bengals last year. I'm telling you, it's always going to be pass rush. It's the most important piece to any team, offense or defense. And y'all just make me want to make love DeMarcus. Like the Eagles, everybody brags on the Niners, but the Eagles, man, they get to that quarterback.
We about another edge rusher. We got 10 picks. The number 10 pick this year. Robert
Quinn, man. Like
Quinn didn't even get in it for real yet. Like for real. Like
they picked up Linval Joseph too.
I just hope the thing about the game, our coach, he tries to out coach the other coach. Like he gets personal with that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know how the Niners, they got all these plays they can do with Debo, CMC. You know what I'm saying? Brandon Ayuk.
Neither one of them had a good game last game, by the way. Go ahead.
You said what?
Neither one of them had a good game last game.
I know, but I just hope he don't overcomplicate things. Like, let's show them our trick plays. Like, no, bro, just read option. Let Jalen be Jalen, man.
Just that's the kind of quarterback you have. Mm-hmm. Just let Jalen be Jalen, and I promise he will win you the game. That's what Bama didn't do. I ain't gonna go there, but Bama wanted Jalen to be a certain way. That's why he couldn't be successful in their system. But watching him play so cool and calm and collected for y'all just gives me so much joy. I don't think the 49ers are gonna rattle him like they do other quarterbacks. Mm-hmm. I think he'll be fine. And what's your little guy, Scott? What's that running back?
Awesome, Scott. I told you.
That little man is a dog. Do you understand? He said, all that Miles Sanders stuff, that's cute. Give me the ball.
Bro, Boston Scott is one of the most underrated people on that team. And he's ready at all times, though.
Yeah. He runs like a maniac, bro.
Like,
Hey, man.
You remember you told me, I was like, Boston Scott, he don't score a touchdown against the Giants. He scored a touchdown against the Giants every game since he's been in the league. It's crazy.
I'll keep
I
it a
love
buck,
what y'all
bro.
got going on, man. And y'all got a system where Jalen can get rid of the ball fast. That was a Cowboys' problem. They were too vertical. But go ahead, John.
What's the over under on how many slurs Nick Bosa calls Jalen Hurts?
I got over 2.
I'll take the over on that.
Yeah, I got over 2. I love Nick Bosa as a player.
Mm-hmm.
I think he plays football the right way. That is a hard-working young guy. It's not just about pass rush to him. He doesn't want the offense to have anything. And that's the entire Eagles defensive line. Jordan Davis, a big man. And I think him and Christian McCaffrey gonna meet.
We getting Avonte Maddox back too. That's what's crazy. Our slot corner, he coming back. So I'm not.
He's coming back this week?
Yeah, he coming back this week.
How long has he been out?
About 5-6 weeks. See, people don't realize like the little things that we
I'm telling you.
And
that's not even a little thing. Listen, the guy looks in his 40s, young guy. Who's y'all's general manager? Or the guy with operations?
Howie?
That young man is a absolute genius. They were talking during the playoff game this past Sunday against I don't even remember who y'all played. Y'all whooped them so bad. The Giants, yeah. And they were like, because CJ was just making plays, CJ Gardner-Johnson. They're like, I could never understand that trade. Like, how did the Saints let this guy go? I said the same thing when it happened. I called you because I got the alert first. I said, DeMarcus, do you know what just happened? You like, what? I think you were at work or something.
Yeah.
I was like, y'all just got CJ Gardner-Johnson, and I'm more than sure he's going to play safety for y'all. He was like, man, we need a safety. I'm going to check him out. I was like, okay. Bro, that helped James and Slay so much. Y'all have not had over-the-top help in years, bro.
Since Malcolm left. And he wasn't even over the top for the most part.
That too. That's a big piece. But I know I'm fanboying. I've always, y'all haven't, this pod ain't been a year yet, but for years, DeMarcus, John, even as a child, I've always had a love for the Eagles. Back to the T.O. days, Brian Westbrook, Dawkins, like those, Asante Samuel. I love the Eagles back then. Never officially been a fan. I will never say that. But I'm definitely rooting for these guys to bring it on home this year. I love Joe Burrow. I'm a huge fan. But if it ends up being the Bengals and the Eagles, I'm sorry.
It's going down.
I'm sorry, Joe. I got to root for my boys, man.
I'm going to be so hurt if it's the Bengals and the Eagles.
That's tough. Because I love Joe Burrow, bro. I love Jamar Chase. I love T. Higgins.
I love the Bengals and the Eagles for the same reason. Like their defense, both the defenses get the ball and they have a pass rush.
Mm-hmm.
The offenses they're not identical, but they obviously Joe Burrow and Jalen Hurts are two different quarterbacks.
Yeah.
But they both just ball out, bro.
Yeah, and they do.
Seeing one of them lose is going to hurt if it's them.
Yeah.
I think it would hurt more because this is the thing. I'm more confident, and this sounds contradicting. I'm more confident that Joe Burrow can make it back faster to the Super Bowl than Hurts. Why? Because if he makes it this year, that proves that he can make it back faster. That's 2 years in a row. But I think that salary cap wise, the way the Eagles are built, they cannot sustain that level of talent for much longer. That's what I mean by that. Not that Jalen's not talented enough. Y'all are still gonna be a winning ball club, but with what the Bengals are looking like, they can keep those players for a long time.
That's another thing too. Like the cap issue, like the only thing hindering the Eagles, because the NFC is weak as fuck compared to compared to
Yep.
AFC, the NFC sucks.
The
Like,
thing
bro,
is,
the Vikings were like
No.
two? Vikings were a 2 or 3 seed, and them boys stunk. They won
Yep.
games, but they barely won games.
Like everybody called it when the playoffs started, it would be the Eagles and Niners. There was no doubt in anyone's mind that the Eagles and Niners would be in the NFC Championship. AFC, we couldn't call it.
No, some people said the Cowboys. By the way, oh my God. I ain't even that type of person, but I really just enjoyed watching that fucking game.
It was painful for me. I turned it off a few times. It was so hard to watch. It was just, ugh.
I was just like, y'all really just find a way. And the fans are the same way every year. It's like, even me, like I got my barber that cut my hair. He a Cowboys fan. It's the weirdest shit. I'm like, yeah, the Super Bowl, this. Yeah. Why do you think y'all going to the Super Bowl?
This year's our year, man. You said that for the last 30 years.
Literally.
Yeah.
Like, it's the weirdest. Oh my God. Like,
it's sad, man.
You an Eagles
I
fan,
wish I could have the
think y'all
optimism
winning
of the
every year?
Cowboys.
I don't want to talk about the Cowboys. Can we leave them alone? I don't. It's a waste of time. But this is how bad they are if we're going to go there. All Brock Purdy had to do is just not turn over the ball.
That's it.
He did not have a good game.
No, he didn't. He didn't do nothing.
But he didn't turn the ball over. That's how bad the Cowboys are. He just didn't turn the ball over. No touchdowns thrown. Nothing.
I feel like their game plan was, don't fuck up, they'll fuck up for us.
Yep.
I think that was the game plan. Like,
they let the Cowboys out-punch themselves. Go ahead.
Hey, if we don't make mistakes, they'll make a mistake because they suck. You see that guy over there wearing number 4? He'll give up that dope. That guy in the number 4 jersey. Yeah, he'll sell.
Dude, her dad is a huge. I'm no prophet, bro, but I just know the game. Her dad is a huge Cowboys fan, and if y'all remember, pretty much the whole first half, the Cowboys ended up being up like 4 points or something like that. And I think right before the half, they kind of sold. But I was telling Q.
Back to a pick, and they throw down and got a field goal to tie it up.
I was telling Q when they were up 4 in the second quarter, I said, baby, the Cowboys are up 4, but I guarantee at the end of the game, these turnovers are going to make the difference. She's like, yeah, but they're up. I was like, you just won't understand until the end of the game. Those turnovers will add up. And they did. They always do, man. You got to take care of the rock, fam. And I just pray to God that Jalen just stays who he is. Do not get rattled. That's the only way the Niners can beat y'all, is if they get in Jalen. Like, hey, otherwise they can't beat. I don't see it happening.
They're going to be at Lincoln. I think they're going to give Brock Purdy the butt of their gun.
We'll see. I think that matchup-wise that you will see more from the 49ers offense. As much as I brag on the defensive line for the Eagles, there are things they're going to be able to do, right, versus the Eagles that they couldn't do on the Cowboys just because of the linebacker situation. It's just a little bit different, but they're not just going to be able to pass the ball. I'll tell you that.
Slay and Bradbury, they hungry. Avante coming back is huge.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's all I've been waiting on.
Bro, slot corner is almost more valuable than an outside corner when you think about it. In like certain
Depending on the team, yeah.
That's how the Cowboys beat us when we played in the season. Avante was out. CD went crazy.
Yeah, I was about to say CD's a slot receiver, so. But Debo, I don't know if he's 100%, but he did nothing. And it was kind of part of their game plan, but he did nothing last week. So I don't know. Ayuk, I think, as short as he is, he lines up on the outside, I'm pretty sure.
When I was watching.
I think the Bengals are going to grab Patrick Mahomes by his hips.
It's something.
Like
listen, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, and I predicted this last year. The Bengals for the entire game are going to put a spy every single play on Patrick Mahomes. They're going to contain, and they're going to make him make a decision in the pocket the whole game. I promise you. I made that prediction before last year's playoffs. That's how they beat him every time. I literally, after Mahomes beat the Bills, I said all they had to do is just drop one linebacker in a QB spot. That is it. Stop him from running around, you beat him.
Yeah, that's why all them plays be coming.
That's literally it. Make him make a decision in the pocket.
Off a drop back, he'll complete a pass. He will. But he ain't going to do anything crazy and get you like a 30-yard chunk play. But if you let him run around and buy time, you can't cover that long in the NFL.
And it's not that he's just so magical when he runs around. It's just his receivers, especially Travis, they know how to move with him. That chemistry is just there. And it just becomes a very dangerous situation. But if you keep him in that pocket, it's not much he can do, man. It's crazy. It's night and day. So good luck to the Bengals. Good luck to the Eagles. I would love to see that matchup and hate it at the same time. Because I'm going to tell you, if the Chiefs win, I want the Eagles to take Mahomes in the back room.
Bro, what?
Why?
Do something strange.
I'll be the biggest Eagles fan you ever seen.
Man, I ain't going to lie.
That's playing Andy going to be kind of tough for me.
Yeah. That is kind of rough because that was who got you, so much success. But I'll tell you this, bro. I'm Eagles all the way, no matter who's on the other side. Jalen Hurts' jersey, if it ain't already the highest selling jersey, it will be after that game. But make it past the 49ers. I swear to God, I do not want to see a single 49er in any Super Bowl. Like, please, man. But
that was a little known fact. That was my first favorite NFL team. When I was old enough to like football enough to pick a team, the Eagles were my first team.
Oh, I thought you were saying the 49ers. I was like,
I've never liked 49ers in my life. They have always been able to suck my meat.
Well, never mind. I won't make that joke.
Bro, the Eagles and McNabb and T.O.
Heck yeah, man.
That was some good years.
Those are my guys. But you said you want to talk about Shannon Sharp or something?
No, I'm gonna let it go. We've gone long enough. Let's just keep it playoffs. Shannon Sharp was gonna put them paws on somebody else. I wanted to see it, especially Dylan.
Bro, Dylan called him a blogger.
John, if Dylan went to our high school, you know what would have happened. He one of them dudes that I just would have had to fire him up. Like, he probably wouldn't even had to talk to me. I'll just go and fire him up, bro.
What gives him the right?
You look like you're going to be a problem. Let me take care of it real quick.
Bro, I've never seen so less of a man.
I don't want to offend the community. Blur this out. Didn't he date a memes?
He did date a transgender, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
I don't know if that's still going on. Yeah, you didn't know?
That's some gay going on.
That's the type of guy he is, bro. This dude is weird, man.
And he gonna try Shannon Sharp.
Walking away, by the way, chirping, walking away.
Where Steven Adams bowed up, and my buddy was like, I think Steven Adams would whoop Shannon Sharp. I was like, I don't think you.
Listen, let me tell you something, John, and I'm sure you know this.
It's a wrestling match.
Listen, Steve is stronger than Ox, John, but there's something about an angry black man.
That's what I'm trying to explain to him. In my group chat of in a group chat of only white folks, and the people in that group chat haven't been around as many black folks as I have. They just weren't in the trenches like I was, I guess. Yeah. But there's something to be said about an angry black dude, especially an old head too.
Shannon really like he had the energy I have. Like, no, come right here.
Bro, Shannon, I'm sure he's did dirt before. Like, but Shannon has gotten down.
Oh yeah, with his
Steven
long
Adams,
mouth for sure.
bro. Steven Adams hadn't got down like Shannon Sharp gets down a day of his life.
And that's the thing that people got to understand. Steven Adams can be as strong as he want to be. When it comes to fighting, strength really ain't got much to do with it.
Nothing.
It's about them hands.
It's about hands, but it's just about this. Like, if you really a psycho.
If Steve Adams get a hold of him, that's his only way.
Bro, Shannon Sharp got to start his damn toe and get out of it.
Run?
Shannon Sharp might bite him. If you give me.
Shannon one of them. I don't see Shannon taking no L, bro. Dylan would have got fired up and wouldn't have did nothing.
Bro, in the NBA in an NBA arena, I don't think there's a single person that I would pick over Shannon Sharp. Like Shannon.
Hold on. I gotta make this. You wouldn't pick Draymond?
Heck no.
Bro.
Good night, y'all. This has been another episode of Tricksters Podcast. We'll holler at y'all next week, man.
I wanted to hear that.
Bro.
Why would you try to get him started, bro?